Hey you folks, Quillington here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play some Starsector. This lovely indie game, still technically in pre-release here. That is an open-worldy, sandboxy, that's not the button I wanted to hit, sandboxy space sim. And we're doing a lot of exploration right now. We're starting off with that. We've got a fleet that has 4 ships, actually, in our fleet. We grew quite a bit, but we're really not meant for combat. I forgot to even install anything on these 2 ships over here, but we didn't have any money to buy more weapons anyway. So our tanker and our freighter, neither one of which have any weapons, because you buy just the hull, and then they've got hard points that you can equip weapons on, and various weapons use different ordnance points. This is one of the ways they sort of balance things, and we didn't assign any, but these were never meant to be into combat anyway, so it's not so bad, and we didn't have any cash, so what the heck, right? We have just gone and done a survey of this planet here, Brand, the barren world. We had to do a survey as part of a mission. And now what we're doing, we've got another mission we've accepted, which is to do a scan of an orbital habitat in the Thrill system over here. The problem is we used a lot of supplies surveying the planet here, planet Brand. Hopefully we've got enough supplies to finish this. We're sort of doing an eco run. We got 35 supplies right now. We're consuming 0.4 per day. We're really going to have to be careful about not taking damage, because that will increase that amount substantially. One of the things I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to suspend all repairs. If we do take any damage, we're not going to repair our ships right away, because we need to preserve some of our supplies. I don't know if this eco run's a good idea, but that's what we're going to do. So our transponder's off. We've got sustain burn on. Oh, before we leave the system, hold on. I wanted to use my remote survey ability, which I unlocked with some of my character skills. So if I hit this, we'll get a preliminary survey of Sharn and Farragut. It does make us super visible. You can see our vision distance over here. So everyone in the system's basically going to be able to spot us. But yeah, preliminary survey data is now available. So this is not the surveying that gives us the survey data that we can sell, but at least we actually know what some of the requirements are, so we can sort of, make some decisions, there you go, about how we might like to do things. Right, so I'll filter out Brand. Is there a way to tell that they're surveyed or not over here? Oh, but the cost is probably the cost of surveying, actually, which is kind of nifty. Not fully surveyed. Oh, because we haven't visited other systems, so we don't even know if they've got planets in them. But theoretically, as we bop in and out of solar systems, more things will be added to the list here that we can know later on we have to come back and survey. Okay, that's good. I'm going to resume course. We're going to keep our sustained burn on, and we're going to head to the Thrill system. Jump to hyperspace. Okay, now we are far enough in uninhabited space here that, oh my god, this storm cloud, how are we going to get around this bad boy? Oh, are we just really going to have to go through this? What was I talking about? Try not to get damage. Anyway, far enough for uninhabited systems that we probably won't run into much in the way of pirates out here. There could still be the odd ship, but mostly they go and hang out where there's, loot to be had. I think we're just going to YOLO our way through this. Oh man, there's way more than I thought. Oh, yeah, we get monthly income as well. At the start of the game, you got a bit of a stipend. Go through there before it pops. Okay. I have to turn off the sustained burn for a sec here, because I need more maneuverability. Nope, don't dodge that. Okay, thank you. Alright, sustained burn can go back on. Oh, a fleet. Turn off the burn, which also reduces our vision, our sensor blip. There's that fleet again. So I don't know why we can see it. Well, it's not running a transponder because we'd be able to identify it, but it might be doing a sustained burn or something like that, which does increase its sensor size. It may also be a very big fleet, which would have a bigger sensor size as well. Okay, now burn through this area. So the arrows are pointing us to our course destination. Okay. We're nearly there. How's our supplies? We got 31 left. Okay. Running out of supplies will start to strip combat readiness from your ships, which will make them even less prepared for combat. I don't want to jump in at the sun. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We can drop in at this planet too. Okay, Thrill Star System. So it's first time visiting this, and there is... This could be a fleet, or is it what I'm looking to scan? So, intel, important. Right, the orbital habitat is orbiting a desert world. That's a desert world over there. Alright, let's move to the desert world. Turn off sustain burn. Actually, maybe I'll do one active sensor burst. That's me. There's something on the other side over here. Now, the active sensor burst makes us very visible. But I was like, it's only for a moment. Yeah, I don't think they're moving out. Oh, that's a debris field. There you go. Debris field. We can do some scavenging there. Yes, please. And this must be our orbital habitat right there that we're here to check out. Yeah. Excellent. So, yep, get within range of orbital habitat. You've been contracted to run a black box sensor package on, so we're going to run the sensor package. Tap the button to execute the black box sensor package and wait for it to finish. On completion, it provides an escrow key that authorizes the agreed upon payment to be transferred to your account. Presumably, it will transmit the scan results on a secure channel when you're near a comm relay and then delete itself from your systems. 70,000 bucks. Nice. Now, that's the mission. While we're here, though, an abandoned orbital habitat. Cursory scan indicates that it has been cold and dead for tens of cycles at the very least, possibly hundreds. Closer inspection may yield salvage. We'll explore. Okay. So, we need 100 crew to do a proper exploration or salvage operation here. We have 190. We need 30 heavy machinery. We have 35. Sounds good. So, our resource recovery effectiveness, we have 125% boost here because we have all the heavy machinery we want. I have the salvaging skill on my character. We have a bonus to fleet-wide salvaging capability. I think we have a ship with a bonus. And then we have the correct crew availability, so it's ×1 modifier. Fleet also has a 15% bonus to the number of rare items found. All right, begin salvage operations. We got supplies, we got fuel, we got heavy machinery, we got a bunch of metal, and we've got a crap ton of food. Well, okay, the supplies, for sure, and the fuel, because we're using them, and we may as well get the heavy machinery. Then, I guess we have tons of tons. So the metal's 30 per unit as a base, the food is 20. We can grab the metals. And then what I can do is I can grab the food, and by default, if I control-click, it grabs enough to fill my cargo hold. If I click it again, it'll put us above the excess, which uses more supply. There you go. If we do this, we're at exactly our cargo limit, which seems okay. What do we get here? Oh, that's the survey data. Right. Cool. So, confirm and continue. That has been done. And, yeah, there's some... Whoa! Who the hell are you? Okay, you're just exploring, which is good. Alright, that's a big fleet. I'm gonna E-burn away anyway. I think they're just here to explore. But that does have me a little concerned. Alright, let's check out this debris field. Oh, this is just within the sun's sort of like coronal ejection layer or whatever. So we may take a little bit of damage and lose some combat readiness. But that's okay. We're gonna get within the debris field and then we can scavenge here. So, we're likely to find something. Chances of something bad happening are low. Which usually, the first time you operate in a salvage field, that's usually the case. If you try to salvage more and more and more, it gets harder and harder. Close range scans of the debris field reveal several ships that could be restored to basic functionality. Any ships that aren't recovered will be scuttled, and any fitted weapons and fighter LPCs will be retrieved. Nice! Okay, so there's a Tarsus-class standard freighter, a Lasher standard frigate, and a Prometheus supertanker. Now, these all have, you see the pips in the top right corner? That indicates lasting permanent damage to this hull, unless you do a full refurbish, which is super expensive, and not really worth it, apparently, unless it's a particularly rare ship that you care about. We might salvage one of these, just so that we can bring home the loot that we get from scavenging the rest. Like, I'm thinking what we may do is actually grab the freighter and then just salvage these two. So it's going to take some supplies and some crew to recover this. Yeah. So this is one of the things I don't really know in this game, which ships are, what we would prioritize is the right thing to do to grab all these or not. From my reading, it sounds like selling salvage ships is not really a profitable path. And especially being way out here, we'd have to spend tons of supplies and extra fuel bringing these ships all the way back. Instead, it's probably better to just scrap them. But yeah, we'll get the freighter because it'll have some extra capacity for us, although it does have compromised storage. But it'll help us bring this loot home because we're full. That's just sort of my idea here. Whether or not that makes sense, I don't know. All right, so that's done. So we've got that ship, and now what we can do is we can scavenge the other ships just for parts. So the debris field density is bringing down our scavenging effectiveness, but that's okay. Ooh. There was an accident. We lost 3 heavy machinery. Still, we're okay so far. So yeah, we have much more cargo capacity. So we're going to get more supplies, more fuel, more heavy machinery, some metal, and then some weapon systems. Machine guns, assault guns. If I just grab all... Yeah, we're still well within our capacity. Awesome. And in fact... Yes, low combat readiness, I know. And we may want to turn on the sport. In fact, I was going to say, I may want to come back here and grab the cargo that I left behind. That extra food and whatever. That fleet's still around. I mean, I think they're okay. You can see I'm inside their sensor radius. Yeah, they're not coming for me. Now, there was another sensor echo down here. We don't know what it is. It could be another... let's go to sustain burn. It could be another debris field. So we'll check it. Yeah, we're up to 143 grand. Investigating. Investigating me? Pursuing my fleet. Yeah, see, I don't like that. It's probably fine, but I'm going to activate emergency burn. And we're going to go to the jump point. We'll go through, and then maybe what we'll do is we'll run dark right away. Because they might follow us through. And it looks like he broke off at the last minute. But I'm going to activate the run dark. There you go. Just have to wait for the E-burn to wear off. Okay. I don't know if they were a hostile type people, but it was still very nervous making. All right, we got a ton of loot and different things like that. I think what we do now is we do return to the core systems. Yeah, the only thing we've got in the missions here are we still know about some bounties. That hasn't really changed. Otherwise, we have no missions listed. We won't find out about them way out here. We're just going to go... I may want to return to Corvus itself. Now, let's check out the Galatia, actually. Which I think is... This is the tutorial system. We're going to go and lay in a course for the Ancira orbital station. And we're going to look at selling some of our loot there. Alright, we'll pop into Sustain Burn. And we'll still sort of try to pilot around. Oh! Repairs complete. I guess suspend all repairs is only affecting the previous ships. We can probably resume these. It's going to take 17 supplies to do all of our repairs. And we are good on supplies now, though, right? Yeah, 99 supplies. And yeah, we're going to consume 7.5 per day doing repairs. We're totally okay. I like this. Oh, right. I don't have it on autopilot. When you click, it doesn't set a direction for your fleet. They actually just go to wherever you click. Repairs complete. It's trying to skirt this large cloud here. Need almost on the map, we need like highway lanes mapped out. So we kind of can know where to fly. We could, of course, just go directly if we're willing. Why is there a big swirl here? See that? We could just go directly and, take the damage from the clouds. Especially if we didn't care about the supplies. And I mean, we do have a lot of supplies right now. And we have plenty of money. So it might be the sort of thing we'd be willing to tank. But I don't think so. I should be using the A button, or the shift button, to speed things along a little bit more. Speed up time. There's a fleet, or actually that's probably a beacon. Hold on. Turn off the sustained burn for a sec. Just be able to turn around a little faster. Reduce our sensor thing. Can we do a sensor ping in space? Oh, we can. Yeah, warning beacon. High danger level in this system. We do get experience for discovering those, which is kind of nice. We might be able to just clip through this little spot here. I think that's all right. No storm there. Just a little to the south of these clouds, if south makes sense. Sure, why not, right? Oh, that's another warning beacon. Medium. Okay. So there's like remnant bots and things there, I think, is what you'll tend to find. So still 8 days away. Nice, we got another level up here. Although I don't think the next level up is going to give us anything, because what we'll probably do is just get the second level of industry. And then it'll be the one after that where we're going to be able to get the second level of our actual talents. Okay. 4 days away. Still sustained burning, which is, having the time. Although, it is based on the speed of the slowest ship in our fleet, and I think one of the ships we picked up is actually quite slow. Alright. Is this it? Galatia. Yeah. And there we go. We're finding out about more jobs. Analyze an equipment cache. Survey a gas giant. So these sounds like pretty good missions, but we'll just wait a scooch. So, I think after we hit order a jump to Pontus, yeah, I was going to say, we'll get another message here. My transponder is currently off, and this is a civilized system. The cops in the system do not take kindly to you flying around without a transponder. So yes, we'll turn the transponder on and then jump. So our signature goes up a lot because of the plus 1,000. Oh, hiding inside ring system. Oh, I didn't realize the ring system would provide you some cover. That's neat. So yeah, plus 100%, so doubling our base with the sustained burn, and then getting a flat 1,000 extra because of the transponder. But, we're advertising our good intentions, we're a big team player, and we're hoping that, civilized system maybe doesn't have just pirates roaming around doing crap against us. Okay, let's take a look at our fleet. Well, first of all, the food, we could have planned, yeah, well, the food's not very expensive anywhere. We're selling it for 16 here, which is actually pretty peak, which is good, so we'll sell all that. Just let me abort for a second. No suspicion levels. Before we sell anything, I think I'll sell stuff on the open market. But we're going to... Oh, I don't know. Refuel. Crew. So maxing out our crew. Refueling. Although, ooh. Are we going to keep that other ship? Alright. We're going to start. We'll sell the food, the metal on the black market. The survey data on the black market. Sure. These guns... I don't know what kind of weapons I might want to equip onto my ships. Still, they only take, each one of these only takes up 1 cargo space, as far as I know. So I think we can probably just hold on to these guns and have a little bit more flexibility for a design later on. All right, we'll confirm that. So then the question is, what are we doing with our fleet? Are we keeping the Tyrannus fighter with its compromised storage? The whole point of a freighter is storage, so I'm thinking no. And it's got degraded engines, so it's really slow. And its sensor profile is increased. Yeah, I think we're going to trash that. Now, we can't do it here. I think we do it from the fleet screen. Mothball, scuttle. Yeah. Now, we could sell... I think that's the sell price. Yeah, we could sell you for 1,300 credits, or scuttle you for 10 supplies, 10 fuel, and 2 heavy machinery. So 10 supplies would be worth 800 by itself. 10 fuel would be another 200. Some heavy machinery. So I think it's like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Well, yeah, I don't know. I will scuttle you. I do want to keep 1 tanker and 1 transport for crew. Do we want to kit these out with gear? I guess so. It's probably worth it, especially since we have some money. We could do an auto fit. So what do you have? Light build. So this would set the flux capacitors. So again, we haven't done any combat yet, but when you fight, you are generating flux, which is sort of like heat. So flux capacitors let you travel through time. I mean, they let you have more flux. They increase your flux capacity before you overload. And the flux vents help you, well, just vent flux and dissipate it. So more is better. And this would throw an SRM launcher and a couple of Vulcan cannons. I do like the Vulcan cannons quite a bit. So, yeah, missile hardpoint and then the ballistics. Yeah, the Vulcan cannons are really good point defense weapons. Oh, can you actually get Vulcans? I don't see any here. Because that's what it wants to install. But this is what we can. This is what we have and what we can buy: needler, railgun, assault gun, machine guns, assault cannons. Yeah. So. Ah, yes. I was gonna say. So this is what it wants, and I do like this system. This variant would like to put a Swarmer SRM launcher and 2 Vulcan cannons. Because it can't buy those, what it's actually doing, if I click, and it's equipping, it's actually equipping. It is equipping it as Salamander MRM, but it is equipping 2 dual light machine guns. Machine guns do the similar things as the Vulcan cannons. They're fairly short range, fast firing, point defense things so they can shoot down missiles and fighters, as well as, shoot at ships. The Vulcan would be better, but the machine guns are all we've got. And it actually costs us nothing here because while it uses stuff from cargo hold, from storage, it'll buy stuff from the market, maybe even the black market if you want. We have, because presumably it can't buy the Vulcan cannons, so it's looking at machine guns. We happen to have those in our cargo hold, so it'll just go ahead and equip those. I think that's probably a fine idea. We'll go ahead and confirm that. You can also add various hull features and mods. Some of these you can just buy. Some of them you can find and carry around. Installed. Whether it's installed, regular installed, requirements must be met. Dock for hull mods that are not installed and require being docked for installation. Okay, yeah. So some of these you might be able to install in space if you had in your inventory, but others you have to install at a dock. And there's a lot of really cool... I love the ship design in this. So then there's the Mud Skipper. Yeah, it wants to just install... It's got one hard point, that's it. Basically, it's a rear-firing point defense. It's got a rear-firing light machine gun, so that when it's running away, it can shoot down missiles that come from the back. I think it's probably worth just slapping those in there. I kind of wish I'd done it originally. We could, rather than capacitors and vents, we could decide to add like maybe something that boosts engine upgrades or something, just to keep us going a little faster on the world map, but I think that's okay. Oh, we should look to see if we can get a captain. If we pop out of here, and comm directory... Oh, Mercenary Officer, there is one here. Wasn't one at the last base. So this is someone who would be willing to join us. You've got your level 2. You've got level 3 advanced countermeasures. Your personality is reckless. Combat Officer is aggressive to a fault, often disregarding the safety of their ship entirely in an effort to engage the enemy. That's a little concerning. I mean, you still come with skills, but maybe we'll stop. Maybe we won't grab you. Anything going on at the bar? Ooh, concerned man. That's your deal. A brief introduction as you waste no time getting to the point. I've got 160 units of luxury goods that urgently need to be delivered to Kruer in the Asconia star system. Recent pirate activity has been making that difficult. Be like someone who could get the job done. Recall that Kruer is under Syndrian dictate control, which is fine. We're not opposed to anyone. 5.1 light years away. We can accommodate 146 units of cargo, so we don't have enough cargo space to do this run. That is unfortunate. We could buy more ships. We could tweak some stuff. I mean, we sold that freighter. We could just look and see if we can buy another one. Well, we'll decline for now. I kind of like the idea of doing more exploration missions. If we're gonna buy anything, we might actually just want to buy like more transport capability. But there's something to be said about us getting someone who can fight a bit more. Buffalo. What's the A? Auxiliary list, as such as systems have been upgraded to military standard and a rigorous schedule of servicing enforced with the expectation that can be pressed into military service during emergencies. Ah, see, this is a variant. The Buffalo A, so this is the Buffalo. Huh. 2 different base ones. And then the A variant, LC. Oh, Ludic church markings. And then the pirate version over here. So it needs more crew. You can look, I'm just clicking between these so I can sort of compare. So it needs more crew, but it's got a higher maximum burn. It goes faster. It also has a reduced sensor profile. Comes with the military, or the active flare launcher. Oh yeah, militarized subsystems. So normally these have civilian grade hull. The militarized subsystems, it basically upgrades the civilian hull to military standards. Lots of cargo capacity. Right, because it is a freighter. I'm actually kind of tempted here. It's quite expensive, but it's got a lot of cargo capacity. Look at the Buffalo here. This is a D. So the D is because it's got a damaged subsystem. So this is the base version with a damaged subsystem. It has increased maintenance. There's the Nebula Civilian Transport. If we do want more crew, again, if we're planning on doing colonization, we need massive amounts of crew. Right now, I don't know. I think I'm kind of still okay with our loadout at this time, especially from this. I'm kind of okay with this. Okay, so let's just go back to the trading interface here. Yeah, suspicion levels are there. Is this our... These are... Oh, fuel capacity. Yeah, let's cap ourselves out on fuel. Right, I didn't want to buy this right away because I didn't know if we'd be tweaking our ships, and that might affect what we want to bring with us and whatnot. Survey data. Right. I'll just buy supplies like this. I mean, that's filling our cargo hold pretty aggressively. Then we don't have room for loot, but I think I am going to go with all these supplies because these procurement missions are pretty fun too. So if we needed to somehow acquire 30 units of heavy armaments and we can drop them off, 30 grand is pretty nice. But we got another equipment cache to survey out in the middle of deep space. I think we're gonna do more of this exploration out there. I dig it. And we can try to do a little surveying while we're there as well. We don't have a character point? Nope, not yet. Okay, I'm pleased with this. Oh, I didn't actually set my show on map. Yeah. Laying a course for the Black Emperor. Wow. All right, course is laid in. Oh, allow the scan. We have no contraband. I know, we do deal in the black market a lot. Once we leave the system, or as we're getting ready to leave the system, we'll turn off the transponder as well. So it's going to be 18 days in hyperspace, assuming we go in a straight line, which is unlikely to happen. We got lots of supplies. Resume all repairs, which I think was already on. Our little fleet of 4, really not meant to be fighting. We might be able to take a few things. There you go, toggle off the transponder. Reduce our sensor image. And let's go. All right. You know what? You can go right through there. That's going to be fine. Ooh. Domain era probe. Oh, it's in the opposite direction of where we're going, though. Survey planet. Yeah, there's tons of stuff in the opposite direction. Darn. Because it would be great. Ooh, you're just patrolling. You're fine. It'd be great to accept more of these. We'll just have the exploration filter on and just see if there's any extra pips that show up over here. And the answer, unfortunately, is no. There's a pirate base over here that's attacking there. They want us to go find it and destroy it. That'd be a pretty... Oh, we're going right through the cloud. Sure! Ow, damage. No, no other exploration missions over here. Lots of exploration missions, but none where we're going. Let's try to skirt around this just a little bit. There you go, resume course. Repairs complete. Hopefully there's no storm there. Okay. Should have just dodged it on principle. A little narrower. There we go. Just got through right before the storm popped. I'll skirt some of this. Excellent. Tell me there's a break in the hyperspace storms here. The darker bits are okay. It's those light bits that have the lightning pulses. Oh, we did take damage there. So yeah, our supply usage goes up while we're doing the repairs. Still, we're okay. There's our monthly stipend. So yeah, you get that for the first, I think, 3 years. Just to try to make sure you don't go bankrupt instantly. Because you could get pretty screwed. So what happens if your ships all get destroyed? There is an Iron Man option, which I think just makes it so you can't reload your saves. But normally what happens is you get out of there in your command pod and you start your life somewhere again with, you know, a couple of crappy ships. You still have all your money. So you don't die. Whoa, that is really cool looking. Look at this ring system over here. How amazing is that? Oh, with the swirl. Oh, it's pulling in the space dust. Oh, that's cool. And there's a lot of worlds here. Here, we'll do a remote survey. Didn't actually get everything. And what are we here to do? Oh, an equipment cache. Located in a ring system. Okay. So, somewhere in the ring system, which is one of these bits probably, is an equipment cache. So, we'll see it if we come nearby, but we can also do sensor bips. Oh, there you go. That might be that. There's another one over there. It could be a fleet. Let's go for sustained burn here. But yeah, we could do some surveying while we're out, which would be really nice. So somewhere right over here. There it is. Oh, that is that was really close to the sun. The sun, our ship wants to like get pushed back from it, from the sun. I think we'll be okay. Sometimes you have to like beeline straight towards it. With enough oomph, we may want to sustain burn for this. There we go. No, we got it. Yeah, I've had situations where it's so close to the sun that it's kind of tricky to get to. Fleet gets within range of the equipment cache, and so we're going to run the sensor package. There's our 70 grand, and we may as well go and scavenge what we can here. Okay, so we got some heavy machinery. We got some transplutonics, which are worth something. We've got an Ecm package. So this is a mod spec. So you add this to a ship. When deployed in combat, grants a bonus to ECM rating, electronic countermeasure, depending on the ship's hull size. So bigger the hull this is on, the more it does. Right-click to learn. Okay, maybe after I loot it. Oh, what is this? Omen-class frigate blueprint. So this is the ability for us to go and construct these ships. Now, I think we start, we'll take a look at the command tab in a second. We start with blueprints for a lot of common ships. But there we go. The ability for us to build omens once we get our own colonies up and running. Grab you. Legion-class battle carrier. This blueprint is worth 572,000 credits by itself. The blueprint is worth 500,000 credits. Or we can keep it. Anyway, I think we can take all. We're slightly over our limit of stuff. You know what? It's fine, because we're going to consume some stuff. So we'll confirm and continue. Let me pause. Actually, let me get away from the sun. Okay, let's check out our cargo here. So, oh, I learn it, so now I can apply it going forward. Oh, yeah, we're going to learn the cheap blueprint. This thing here, I don't know. Do we just want to sell this? I'd love to be able to build this. So the low-tech, mid-tech, high-tech stuff with your ships is not really necessarily the quality of the ship. The high-tech stuff does use more beams and fancy things and stuff like that. I don't know if it's strictly just like better upgrades all the time. Although I think so, but I think they're a lot more expensive to run too, so there's pros and cons. Okay, this was a very good exploration mission. Let's do a remote survey. Oh, no planets in range. Okay, because there were more planets here than... Because there's some unsurveyed stuff, but all the planets are in that area? Interesting. Nav buoy, +3 burn level for in-system fleets. Comm relay. We've got... So an asteroid belt over there. Well, tell you what, let's swing over. Let's check out the asteroid belt. Enable sustained burn. Not too worried about too many things over here. Oh, yeah. So we're using extra supply per day because we're over our cargo capacity. Although, as soon as our supplies, dwindle down a little bit, then there'll be less cargo in there. It's fine. I could have left something behind, but I'm like, we'll eat a little bit more food, and then we'll be okay. What is this? Is that just a debris field in here? Yeah, it's a debris field inside of the asteroids. So we'll just come up close enough. There you go. Scavenge. Cargo manifest found in the salvage crews searching through the debris indicates the presence of a quantity of transplutonics likely to be found if proper salvage operations are conducted. Well, let's begin salvage operations. Yes, I mean, they are worth 200 per. I mean, the supplies sort of pay for themselves, yeah, but again, we're over our cap here, so we're going to use more supplies per day. I don't think we're going to bother with the transplutonics. I mean, I guess I could dump a little fuel. We do have a lot. Okay, grab that and then fill up on fuel. Sorry, different cargo. Fuel and cargo don't go in the same area, so... I think I'm just going to do this. I mean, we don't need this much heavy machinery for surveying. Some of it does get consumed, not that much. But it's worth almost as much as the plutonics. You know, I'll just do this, and again, we'll be over. Do I want to salvage a second time? Scavenge a second time? Yes, let's do it. So there's higher risk. Yeah, really still nothing of value, though. Take the supplies, because we're burning more supplies, because we have more supplies. It's a vicious loop. Yeah, 2.1 supplies. And an asteroid hit us. So, we'll do the planetary ping again. There we go, preliminary sensor or survey data. Now, let's go and try to survey some of these planets. I should probably just dump something. Dump some crew. Well, we're gonna actually we're gonna use a bunch of supplies doing the surveying if we do a survey. Is that a fleet? I mean, it looks like a fleet. We don't know. But yeah, let's get over here. Let's do a survey of something. So yeah, it's gonna use 25 supply, and we're gonna risk some of these. So this place is decivilized. Irradiated planet, abundant ore, widespread ruins. XP, class 3 survey data, so that's worth a little bit more money. Okay, we'll leave. We'll explore the ruins, sure. Cargo manifest found by the salvage crew sent to the surface indicates the presence of quantity of volatiles likely to be found. Well, we'll do the salvage, mostly hoping we've run into some more blueprints and stuff. That is a lot of volatiles, and they are worth a lot. What is this? Synchrotron core, specialized nanoforge loaded with firmware and seed nanotech to build itself into a synchrotron that allows industrial scale antimatter production. Must be installed in the fuel production facility to be utilized. Increases fuel production by 3 units, worth 500,000 credits by itself. We've got another blueprint, Afflictor class phase frigate blueprint. It's blue, so that's a high-tech, yeah, ship. Grab the ion beam, and I'll grab the supplies. Actually, do I want to go over or not? I will, because we're going to survey another system immediately, so I think it'll work out in our favor. I mean, it's great that these things are so valuable, but we really don't have the room. Probably shouldn't take this much machinery with me, but I don't know. All right, confirm and continue. We're not going to establish a colony. We're going to go to this planet over here and survey it as well while we're here. Oh, there's a derelict ship in orbit. That's what that blip was. Oh, I need 230 crew to do this planet, so that's not going to happen. Preliminary survey. Oh, there is one more planet that we didn't preliminary survey. Gemini class freighter. Freighter would actually be kind of useful to us, wouldn't it? For cargo capacity. Making a preliminary assessment, your salvage crew finds some occupied sleeper pods still running on backup power. We will open the pods, sure. One by one, the pods begin to open as the thawing process completes. Unfortunately, it's been too long, or something went wrong along the way. There are no survivors, at least not with any brain activity. So instead, we get harvested organs. Hey, we're RimWorld now. All right, let's salvage. Okay, so unfortunately, we didn't get to claim the ship. I'll just take the supplies. Actually, I guess we can cap ourselves off on fuel, because that's a different thing. Yeah, and then there's some cargo pods left over. Desert World. Yeah, let's go and check out Apple. I guess we can check out the gas giant, although most likely we're not going to be able to properly survey it. Are you over there? Yeah, because it's too huge. We need way too many people. I think I could have seen it from the intel screen. Yeah, so we can do Apple, 85. We can do Familiar at 80 as well. We did... Oh, that is a debris field. Okay. Perform survey. So what is this planet? Extreme weather. It's extreme. It's hot. It's this. It's this. Moderate rare ores. Vast ruins. Class 4 survey data. Awesome. We're going to explore the ruins. Yeah, grab all the fuel. Oh, shoot, there's a ton of stuff. Oh, my gosh. Converted hangar mod specs. So, converts ship standard shuttle hangar to house a fighter bay. Oh. Prime manufacturing produces fighter chassis unreliable. Fighter speed is reduced. Increase the minimum crew requirement. Can't be installed in certain things. So, replace the shuttle hangar with a fighter bay. So, we can add fighters to a ship. Automated repair units. Reduce the time required to repair disabled weapons and engines in combat 50%. Midline blueprint package. Oh my gosh, these are a ton of blueprints. It's not worth very much, which is sort of surprising. Maybe they're somewhat common. Mjolnir cannon blueprint. EMP payload. That sounds like a lot of fun. We also got plasma cannon worth 7,500. A heavy mortar worth 600. A phase lance worth 1,500. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, confirm and continue. We'll just leave. So yeah, so these are too big, but familiar we can go to. So we will go to familiar and scan that one. Oh, while we're here. Oh, and I have character point. I have 2 character points. Well, you know what? It's good timing. I'm going to boost our industry, and I'm going to get... This is recover disabled ships after battle, which would be nice. Bonus to resources and rare items recovered from band stations and other derelicts. Yeah, I'm going to grab that. We'll get more and more of this fat loot early on. I think I do need to get a big freighter with us. I was kind of excited. I was hoping we were going to be able to salvage that one. Assess this debris field. Begin salvage operations. Oh, I could learn these as well to save some inventory space. Fuel. I'm going to grab that again. Let's check this out. So we're going to learn that. I mean, we got to learn everything, right? I mean, it's 500,000 credits, but you know what? We're making money pretty fast. Done. Legion class battle carrier. I want to learn that. And then these survey data, we just sell it. We could refit in space and maybe equip some of these weapons, but I don't know. All right, let's resume course to familiar. Okay, just a sensor ping. Yeah, I'm grabbing the supplies just so I can spend the supplies more quickly. I don't think we're actually moving ahead in any way, but that's okay. Do another sensor ping. Ooh. Investigating me. Let's E-burn away. Emergency burn burns a lot more fuel and supplies. But I don't like being investigated. Perform a survey. Perform survey. So no atmosphere. Sparse ore deposits. Yeah, that's not very exciting. Okay. We'll leave, but that's all the surveying I can do in this system. So, yeah, there's nothing for to do anywhere around here. We still know about this pirate base mission, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna set course to something inhabited, one of the closest ones here, and then see what we can do. All right, we can probably enable sustained burn for the trip home. I got to put a cut in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a cut here, and I will complete. Oh shoot. I don't know who those guys were, but we're going to get away from them. I'm going to complete the trip home in between episodes and figure out what we're doing next. Thanks for watching. This game is just lovely. I don't know how long the series will go on. It'll mostly depend on, views and feedbacks and comments and things like that. But I'm really, really digging things. I like the adventure of Salty Petra. I should have turned off the sustained burn so I could actually dodge these clouds instead of hitting every single one. Because, yeah, the sustained burn turning radius is so bad. How bad is it? It's so bad that you hit storm clouds. Anyway, see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.